All right, let's get to it, man. It's been a minute. Welcome to Inside the Scoreboard. It's been a while since we did a YouTube video or just upload anything to YouTube, and we need to get back at it. So this episode is just I'm not even gonna call it an episode. This is really just getting some opinions out about the Carolina Panthers. As you may or may not know, I'm a big Carolina Panther fan. And honestly, let's just get straight to it. Shout out to everybody doing their thing on YouTube. Keep Pounding TV, Pat Coltrane, and a few others. There's another guy I want to mention, but I cannot think of his. What is his name on YouTube? I can't think of his name right now. I want to say his YouTube channel, but I'm gonna shout him out in the next video. But yeah, man. So let's get straight into it. The Carolina Panthers, we definitely went through a lot of changes this offseason. With trading Teddy Bridgewater, bringing in Sam Darnold, had a pretty solid draft, I think, and we made some decent offseason acquisitions through free agency. But I guess let's start with the big one, man. With us getting rid of Teddy Bridgewater, it was needed. I mean, we saw so many games where it could have went the other way for us, and we possibly could have been to the playoffs. I mean, those were some close games throughout the year that we lost that we should have won, honestly. And you could blame that due to play calling or whatever, but honestly, sometimes your quarterback just has to get the job done. And as much as Teddy Bridgewater is a good guy, he just didn't get the job done for us. And I've seen where it's been plenty of times where he just could not connect deep downfield with our receivers, and you can't just check down everything, man. This is an aired out league, Yes, the run game is still involved, and yes, short passes are effective, but, man, you have to connect deep, And I think that was the main thing with Teddy Bridgewater. And I think he did give effort, sometimes it's just – I don't think this team, the Carolina Panthers, was the best team for him fit-wise. But he has a good situation. He can compete in Denver, with Drew Lock, so we'll see how that goes. But let's just focus on the Panthers for right now. I would like to say that Sam Darnold definitely has some potential. I'm not going to be those ones that say, oh, he has unlimited potential. We're getting, I don't want to say damaged goods, but definitely somebody who mentally has been through some stuff in New York with the Jets. You can blame it on Adam Gates and the support system he had. The man said he was seeing ghosts on live TV, so he's definitely scarred a little bit, and hopefully he can get together here. I mean, we don't have the greatest offensive line, as you all know. Really, our best offensive lineman is our right tackle in Moten, and hopefully we can get him signed before the season. But just getting back to Sam Darnold, he's shown flashes of being showing like great potential, and then he has flashes of him just not doing that as well, with everything. So honestly, with Sam Darnold, you just gotta. And honestly, with Sam Darnold, we do have the pieces to complement him and to support him. My offensive lines are my biggest concern. We got the 1,000-yard receivers and Robbie Anderson and DJ Morton. I think that was our great. That's a great 1-2 punch. We brung in the receiver from LSU. And I think he's going to be a nice vertical threat. He'll probably play some. Then it depends. I think Robbie's going to be on the outside, and the young kid LSU, he may be in the slot. It just depends on how they're feeling. They're definitely gonna be switched up a lot. DJ's definitely gonna be on the outside. Christian McCaffrey's, what he brings. We got Bubba. What is his name? Is it Bubba Chubert, or y'all know who I'm trying to say? I can't think of his name right now, but he's a pretty solid running back. I would have liked more of a bruiser type running back to complement McCaffrey, kind of like how Mike Davis was. But I like the draft additions we made. Like I say, I know I'm kind of bouncing around, kind of like the offense or kind of like the acquisitions, but I'm just trying to, I'm really just trying to put a quick video out here and touch back on this a little bit later. But as far as the offense, like I said, we got all the weapons: McCaffrey, DJ Moore, and Robbie Anderson. We brought 2 receivers in the draft that are very good. One out of South Carolina, one out of LSU. We brought Dan Arnold, who I think is a nice vertical tight end. He can stretch the field and just be a nice red zone threat for us. We haven't had that in a while in Carolina. And getting the tight end, I need to get these names. Man, I need that. I'm doing this off the top of my head, y'all. I'm not looking up anything, and it's been a while since I checked out all of our offseason moves. Ever since we like kind of got past the draft and our free agency acquisition, I kind of like stepped away from it, and been focused on the finals. But getting back to the Panthers, but yeah, the tight end we got, I think he has potential. I feel like his offensive skill set was untapped where he was at. And it's great that he can block. I think I feel like he's gonna beat out Ian Thomas. Honestly, Ian Thomas, we had him for a while, and he just haven't given us enough. I would say we can blame that on coaching, play calling. Ron Rivera not using them right, Matt Rule not really using them the way he should be. But maybe he just don't got it. I hate to say it like that, but hopefully he can get it turned around this season. And I know we got the left tackle. Well, they say they might play him at guard. Brady, they might play him at guard. So we'll see. Carolina, and then we got some great defensive tackles out the draft as well. So we definitely made some nice moves in the draft, getting J.C. Horn as well. I'm interested to see how he's gonna do against true number one receivers. He's gonna have a learning curve, and hopefully it's not too bad because we should get A.J. Boye back after game 2, and he should be ready to play. And I'm excited to have him, a veteran guy in the backfield, or in the secondary, who can show these guys the ropes. We still got Dante Jackson, and, sometimes with Dante Jackson, he tends to jump the gun. But honestly, I like that, a guy that's going to be aggressive. I just need him to, play it safe sometimes and not get beat. And we did bring in a few defensive guys through free agency. Like I mentioned, A.J. Boye. We brought in the guy from the defensive tackle from Tennessee who has been a captain in past years with Tennessee. Is it DeQuan Jones? Man, I hope I'm not messing this guy's name up. Like I said, I'm doing this all off the top of my head. A nice run stuffer, somebody that can complement Derrick Brown and Brian Burns. So I'm excited about that. They said we might bring Kawan Short back. Who knows? With his injury history, we should be able to get him on a cheap deal and see. And that's almost like a win-win situation with us because we're not giving him a bunch of money if KK comes back. And then we also our big splash, I would say, was Hassan Riddick. Getting him, a guy that had 12 and a half sacks last season. He can really explode and come off that edge like Byron Burns. The only thing with him is like, man, that 12 and a half sacks. That's the only year he had double-digit sacks was last year. So I think he's gonna be better than what we had in the past as far as like with our defensive ends, especially in recent years. More so with the last 2 years, with somebody that can complement Byron Burns. I love it. We got the run stoppers and the defensive tackles, and then we got the two edge guys that can explode and attack the quarterback and get into that backfield. And then as far as linebackers is concerned, I know we got Jermaine Carter still. We got Shaq, and we have a guy from the Chargers. What is his name? The real fast guy from the Chargers. I think he'll do well, explode. Hopefully he can stay healthy. He has had some injury history as well. And we still got, man, I am forgetting names today. Man, how can I forget this guy's name? Why am I forgetting his name? What's the young guy, second-year guy? Jeremy Chin. We still have, man, how I forget him, one of the best players last year for us. Jeremy Chin. They say they're going to play him at safety. They're going to not have him at linebacker as much this year. So I'm excited for him. I think he's a playmaker, man. And having a playmaker with some Brian Burns as a playmaker up front, then having somebody in the middle. I'm not going to call Shaq Thomas a playmaker, but he's a good, solid linebacker. And then having somebody that's secondary, like Jeremy Chin and the guy who kind of gambles on plays, and Dante Jackson. It should be an exciting year, man. And then we did bring in one of the moves I did like. I think it happened probably like a few weeks ago, us bringing in HaHa Clinton Dix. I know he's bounced around the last few years. He didn't play last year, but I think he can bring some more veteran leadership and play that free safety position, And I'm just excited, man, especially for the defense. I feel like our defense is really going to be good. I hope I'm not wrong. With the offense, it just depends on Sam Darnold and see what he can bring to the table. But all in all, I think the Panthers had a real solid offseason. I'm not going to get into who we should have picked in the first round or if we should have traded for Sam Darnold. I may touch on that on another episode, but all in all, I am excited for our football team. We definitely made some changes and going into the right direction. I think quarterback is just our main concern. Quarterback and left tackle, I think those are our true missing pieces, really, for this team. Everywhere else, we're pretty solid, but definitely offensive line, left tackle in particular, and quarterback are my biggest concern going into the season. I'm not really worried about Joe Brady's play calling. Matt Rule, I feel like with the second year getting acclimated into the NFL system, getting used to being an NFL head coach, now he's got through his first year. Second year should be a lot more adaptive to things. And like I said, we're definitely going to be a team to watch out for. Like I said, man, I hate to sound like a broken record. It just depends on the quarterback, because everything else is going to fall into place, I feel like, But, yeah, man, I'm excited. Let me know who y'all think was our best offseason move, and who do y'all feel like is going to have a breakout year. For me, I think it's Brian Burns who's going to have a breakout year. I feel like he's finally going to get into that double-digit sacks, and I'm thinking at least 12+ of Brian Burns. So, and on the offensive end, I'm gonna go and say Dan Arnold, who's going to have the biggest, or most surprising on offense. I feel like Sam Darnold might be average to above average, but I think Dan Arnold might have a big season for the offense for us. But yeah, drop in the comments below who y'all feel like is going to have what was our best offseason addition, and who do y'all feel like is going to have the biggest impact for us or the biggest surprise season. Yeah, and I'm going to try to have more of these Panther little snippets out, or audios, whatever you want to call them, out as much as I can on YouTube and just shoot them out there. Let me know if y'all feel like if I need to add anything else or what topics I want to touch on, and I just appreciate their support. Like I said, I know this podcast was supposed to be dedicated for Hornets fans and Panther fans, and I've been slacking on my end, and as well as my boy Corey, who's on the podcast with me as well. And we're just trying to get as much content as possible, and quality content. I think that's our main concern. Like I said, this is just kind of rushed, but we'll definitely have more available, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hey, appreciate it.